for PTC? Are you ready for PTC?
As ready as I'll ever be.
We solved the problem. It's the Data Center News Show. Thanks, everybody, for coming along and showing up for our 1-year anniversary. We're 1 year old.
Wow.
You don't look a day over 9 months.
I know. I'm trying to stay young. All right. Welcome to my guests for coming on this lovely show. My buddies, they can introduce themselves. And I want to
picking up and freezing for me, guys. I don't know.
Oh, is it, Andy? Aw. Rats.
We're going to blame Verizon on that one also.
We are going to blame Verizon for everything. We blame Verizon for everything. All right. What is your favorite color of Hawaiian shirt? So introduce yourself and tell us what your favorite color of Hawaiian shirt is. Go, Yang.
Oh, I got it first?
Yes.
A lot of pressure.
Hey guys. Yeah. So, thank you, Amy, again for inviting me on the exciting show here. So my name is Yang. Call me Yang, simple. So I work for Supermicro. Right now, I'm the director of business, for AI system for data centers. Essentially, our company or I provided the GPU racks, to data center. Wherever you guys need a data center build, need the latest, greatest power GPU system, you can find me here.
All right. Have you deployed a Vera Rubin yet? Have y'all worked on those yet? No.
Yes. So actually, I just came back from CES, right? You guys know CES, right?
Yeah.
For last week, as I was in the release from Jensen Huang. It's holy moly. It's crazy. Right?
Holy schmoly.
Yeah.
I think that is a technical term. Holy schmoly is a technical term.
Right. That's what happens when you start naming processors after Jewish sandwiches. Everyone just starts saying holy moly.
Yeah, holy moly. Yeah. So I think is amazing. I mean, I can share a little bit more about the, Vera Rubin. What's their roadmap? What's exciting on the technology? Also, particularly when I talk about the power, right?
Yeah.
And
sure.
that's going to be a very interesting topic, in the future.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we'll get into all of that. All right, Phil, since you got to hop in and hop out, introduce everyone to yourself and your favorite color of Hawaiian shirt.
Does anybody not know who I am? My name is Philip Koblenz. I am let's call it co-founder of the Nomad Futurist Foundation, among other hats that my bald head wears. Lovely to be here for your 1-year anniversary, Amy. I'd say my favorite color of Hawaii. I'm a big floral guy, so once you get to Hawaii, you really want to come out not just with a single color shirt, but a lot of reds and blues and just floral and loud and engaging, just like Amy Palvato. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, Howie.
Hey, how are you? Happy 1-year anniversary.
Thank you.
Howard Berry, right? I'm Avison Young, data center broker extraordinaire. Follow my steps. I try to be as good as Phil every day.
I don't know.
It's not easy.
It's not. Oh my gosh, it is not easy.
You should try to create aspirations that are achievable, Howie.
I know. I'm working on it. Hawaiian shirt, naked hula girls all day long, whatever color.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Girls. All right.
Inappropriate. All right. Moving on.
All right. And Andy, are you able to come on? I don't know. He was having issues, but Andy Urda is here. He's in the house, by the way. And we are working on hopefully, and it will be fairly here soon. I don't think I can announce it yet, but Ellis Electric is going to be a sponsor of the show, y'all.
Look at you. You got a sponsor.
That's nice. You got a sponsor.
I know. So I probably announced it and shouldn't have announced it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go back and edit it. Oh, no, we can't because it's live.
It's live.
It's live. The cat is out of the proverbial bag.
It is. It left. It ran out of that bag. All right. Couldn't keep it to myself. But no, this is awesome. All right. Very cool. Do we have him? Do we have Mr. Urda? He is in the house, by the way. He's there. But he's all right. We're going to figure it out. They do
It
electric.
must be solar flares that are knocking us all offline here.
It must
Yeah.
be. I don't know. I had
I'm
communication.
sure it's not a cyber attack. I'm positive it is not a cyber attack.
Well, I don't know. I'm
Verizon
really
said no.
popular now. I'm really popular. They might be attacking me. I don't know.
Right. Now that
Yeah,
you've
who
announced
knows?
your new big pocketed sponsor,
Yeah,
they're gonna try to break you
exactly.
up.
All right, let's talk about PTC while Andy works on his stuff. All right, give me 3 tips for people like me who've never been to PTC. Give me like 3 tips on how to survive at PTC, Phil.
So there was actually a Cool Vector podcast that we released about this last week, where we gave some tips. I think the first and most important tip is to not overschedule yourself.
Okay.
There's a lot of energy at PTC, and I think people go there feeling the pressure of having to schedule back-to-back meetings to justify the trip. But the energy of PTC, the energy around like the external, the Tapa bar where everyone is, you kind of have to allow yourself the freedom, the runway to let the conversations organically take you where they will, instead of having to run from room to room in various towers. So first piece of advice, don't overschedule yourself. Second piece of advice, don't overindulge. It is a tropical atmosphere. It is easy to think that you are on vacation with all of your friends. It is easy to get lost in the fact that you're in Hawaii, in Honolulu in January. And ultimately you have to be on representing your brand, your company, and yourself 24/7. So that means at the parties, at the events, at the bar, in that atmosphere, where you don't want to be wearing, let's just call it, a shirt with naked hula girls on it. And the third most valuable piece of advice I can give is twofold. One, this is not a formal atmosphere, so you will not be trusted if you're wearing a jacket or a suit or something that even looks in the realm of a jacket or suit. And similarly, wear comfortable shoes. You will get more steps in. It is an exhausting excursion from one side of that hotel to another, through the different hotels, going to the events all day. So wear comfortable shoes. You can wear, as Nabil calls them, slipas or flipas, but they're not the most comfortable. I think sneakers are in order for the most
Yeah.
comfortable footwear. So there are my top 3 tips, but I think you'll have the time of your life. And I think this is really going to be, we say this every year, but this is probably going to be the most popular and well-attended PTC yet over the course of the last 40 years of PTCs.
Interesting. Yeah, it's like so it's not going to be spring break for adults. This is what I'm hearing. So
I mean, it'll be spring break for many adults. Those are likely not the ones that'll have the most successful PTCs.
Okay. All right. That's cool. So I bought a pass, but I have heard that it's not necessary to do that. But I did it because it's my first year, and
I actually disagree. I think you need to have a pass. They've gotten really,
Tag.
really,
Yeah, the tag.
yeah, they've gotten
Name.
really radical about making sure that you can't get into like the Tapa bar area. So of course it is not against the law for anyone to come to Hawaii. So you could come to Hawaii, but it's a little embarrassing to show up. It's not very expensive to get, say, a networker pass at PTC.
Right.
So if you're going to go all the way down to Hawaii, you don't want to not be able to go to a meeting that's set up because you don't have a pass. So even if you're invited to a meeting, say at the Tapa bar, if you don't have the PTC badge, they won't let you in. So that causes some really embarrassing and awkward moments where people are trying to like share passes and cause distractions to get past the easily foolable security. Right. Is that a shark? So yeah, I would say buy a pass. It's not a good look not to have one.
Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. That's awesome. Very, very cool.
All right, I gotta go. I love you. Happy New Year.
Thanks for coming. All right. Happy New Year. Happy 1 year
That's great,
anniversary.
Shirley. Philip, thank you.
Okay. Hope to see you in Hawaii.
I will be there. I'll find you. I'll track you down. I know it's like a zoo, but I'll try and track you down.
You'll find me.
All right. Can't miss you. All right. So Young's not going to PTC. I'm going to miss him there. Howie, are you going?
I'm not.
You're not going to PT. You've done it. You've been
I had to
there,
change.
got the t-shirt.
Too
You're
busy.
good. Yeah,
Huh?
I hear you. You too busy?
Too busy. I got too much going. Steven on my team, Schlenker, will be there. He got married last Friday in Hawaii. I think he conveniently scheduled
Did
his
that?
wedding with PTC. Very smart. And he sold it. And then, yeah, you know, the scheduling, you almost barely want to schedule appointments because you run into so many people that you're just sitting and meeting, and it really flows really well. Go into, you know, a hotel room or whatever. Amy,
Yeah.
I have a list of all the events for you if you need it.
Awesome. Yeah, send it my way. I've gotten a couple, but I don't have a list of everything. So
I have
yeah,
everything.
yeah, everything. Yeah, send it my way. That'd be awesome. Yeah,
Cool.
I followed Phil's advice. I didn't schedule much anything, but I was planning on being an observer this time anyway, because this is my first one. I did bypass so I could get in.
Yeah, that's good to have because the name
yeah.
tag is important when you're seeing people and they're looking at your tag and who are you and what do you do and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So, which is cool. And then, yeah, but I'm also taking my kids. So my
Wow,
little
that's
dude,
nice.
I'm taking my little dude and my daughter. My daughter's coming too. So
Wow,
I'm taking them out to Hawaii. So it'd be
whole
super
family.
fun.
Look at that.
Family.
Look at just like
Except
planning a wedding in Hawaai.
I know.
Bring your family.
with your family. But yeah, but my oldest just had the baby, so he's not coming. And they're all like
Congrats.
ticked off. And I'm like, thank you. I'm just like, well, next year. Y'all can come next year. It's fine. So yeah.
They're
but
every
yeah.
year. They're every
Yeah,
year.
it's there every year. Yeah, for sure. Very, very cool. All right, let's talk about what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about this since we're in the data center industry, and is anybody going to get power like by 2027? Like if you're putting a connection quest in today, you got anybody who's getting power in the next 2 years? Let's talk through this power situation that we're facing and that like doesn't seem to exist anywhere. All right, what are you seeing, Howie? What are you seeing out there?
Are you asking if you apply now, we have power in 2 years?
Yeah.
No, maybe 5 megawatts.
Right.
In
Exactly.
a urban setting, you might be able to find power because of the edge deployment that I'm seeing a few opportunities that are going down in tier 1 markets. But on the hyperscale side, no, you step into any utility. Look at ComEd. Look what are they now? $2 million deposit, $3 million deposit, 10 million, whatever. Everybody's got huge deposits. Get in line for 2030, 32. Duke Energy, they had 100 applicants. They responded with the same thing, huge deposits, and just kind of weed out who's real and who's not. So it's tough. We have to transition. This is the year we transition to behind the meter.
Yeah, it's true, right? And then
absolutely.
The end user tenant's got to be okay with it. They got to kind of have to get over it, right? That they're not going to get grid power, right?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
They all want it. They want a mix of it. I was just on with a client a few minutes ago, and we're talking about, a few sites that we're looking at, and nobody's really adopting the 100% behind the meter. They want some path utility. But I think this summer is going to be indicative of what is going to happen. Are we going to have rolling blackouts on these as these new data centers come online and we're drawing power? Right. I don't know. Can the grid handle it? So
yeah, no, I know. And then when you have all this on-site power generation, so like in Texas, if you build something on site, like whatever it is you're doing, you basically have to connect to the grid. You can't have an islanded solution anymore. So you're going to have to, so that in itself, what's going to happen in Texas is, and this is what's happening everywhere, not only do you have a load request power study and all the other things, you have a generation request power study that you have to go through that as well, right? So you're going to do both sides. So if you're going to do on-site power generation and you still want to have load coming from the grid, you're going to have to do 2 power studies. But what Texas is trying to do is they're trying to marry them together so that way they can just do for that one region. Right. But they still haven't figured that crap out. I mean, they passed the law and I don't know whenever, and they're still working through how they're going to manage Senate Bill 6. They don't know. They keep having workshops and hearings and all this other stuff. And meanwhile, everybody's like, we need power, man. We need it yesterday. So
I'm at a
Finish-
LLIS. I was supposed to get in July last year from ERCOT, and it is maybe this week. I don't know. You know, large. We need that load ramp to determine for the client. The client's ready to go, and we're
Yep.
talking gigawatts of power. So
Yep.
I think utilities are really trying to manage appropriately without getting too far over their skis and making a bad decision.
Right.
And so these requests are not easy. They take a long time, and they really need to manage their grid appropriately. And I think Texas is really starting to do that a lot more.
Yeah, no, for sure. They've got 200 gigawatts sitting in the queue for interconnection requests. And so they got to figure out
what percent is real.
Yeah, what percent is real, right? Fair. That's fair. And so now so what they decided was, and this is kind of the latest as I was talking through my Martindale site, is they go through like clusters based off of where are they at in the process? Do they have site control? Are they, is it the end user who's requesting it, not the developer? You're going through all these, and they pushed you in these like tiers of when they'll get to you. Right. So it's just kind of interesting.
Well, no one's going to make a commitment, even if it is the developer, without the end user. There's no spec development.
I know. Right. So you just, yeah. I mean, I think if it's just blank land, like in some scenarios, the developer is going to try and preempt some stuff so that way they become more attractive. So they'll go and put requests in, right? But they have people in their back pocket they know they're going to call like, hey, I got it. Woohoo.
Right.
Hey, me,
Yeah.
I got it. Right. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's interesting for sure. So how is this for you, Yang, on the Supermicro side? All of this like delayed commissioning of sites because we're trying to chase the power game. What's that? I mean, your demand for your service is still the same. It's just getting delayed because the sites aren't coming online. Is that true? Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I think that's very true, right? So like Howard mentioned, I mean, power will continue to be a challenge in the coming years, right? So I think that's particularly in United States or North American region. Yeah. I think that's a challenge for everybody, particularly those hyperscaler, they need a gigawatts power there. Now, if we cannot have a power, we cannot build data center, we cannot deploy our GPU, right? Mm-hmm. Logic is very simple. Yeah. Because like if for whatever reason, we have everything water, we don't have a power. So my customer, Leo Cloud, CSP, they will not purchase the GPU until they can deploy, until they have power. Right. So which means they're going to slow down the deployment. Eventually, this will be, actually, I have a chance to talk with the NVIDIA guys, say, hey, if we cannot really kind of solve this problem from the top to down, mm-hmm. we cannot sell your GPU. You cannot sell we cannot sell your GPU system. You cannot sell your GPU. So it's really like an ecosystem. We have to figure out how to do this. I mean, in the market today, I'm not sure how from your observation, a lot of people talk about this on-site generation, right? The generator. How we can do a better job of driving this, they call energy storage.
Right.
So we're kind of, driving out the solution. This cannot be the long term, but it's let's say for a small scale of data center, let's say 20 megawatts, 50 mm-hmm. megawatts. Right. There's a possibility that we can do energy storage solution. Mm-hmm. We can do the on-site generator to mm-hmm. I would call mitigate the problem, not solve the problem.
Yeah.
Right. You cannot have that on-site generator with a 1 gigawatts data center, right? That's not going to happen. You need a grid. But for the small scale, there's a lot of solution actually working right now. I believe like 2026. You maybe say a lot of companies say, hey, I can do the on-site generation for the power. I have the energy storage solution for you. Mm-hmm. So you can hold it there whenever you need.
Yeah.
That's what I heard a lot of from some company reach out to me, say, hey, we have this energy solution for you. We can work together with your customer. So
Well, you gotta remember it benefits a utility company because you can load shed with the batteries
right.
as well, right? On their peak hours. So it helps them out. There's groups like Open Origin who are out there doing solar projects with battery, and they're producing ammonia as a fuel, and they can generate when the batteries are depleted in the evening. So their cost of power is 1 to 2 cents, and it gives you free cooling. And I'm like, it's brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Now you just have to find a group that wants to go into that data center. We're working on a couple government deals that are looking at the new technology and willing to do that. But it's that's somebody's got to be comfortable with it.
When you're deploying billions of Yong's servers, right? You got to be careful with. I mean, it's what you're concerned about, right? Like, how are you going to test out a new fuel source on a power thing? Does that make sense or not, right? And so I get people's hesitation on newer technologies, on all of the above, right? What they want grid, and they might be okay with natural gas, right? But it's interesting for sure. That's interesting.
Yong, what's your densities? What are you seeing on densities?
You mean the density on the I think you are talking about the rack level?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a great question, right? So right now, I mean, if you look at it, standard NVIDIA GB300, right? This is 48U. So we have 72 GPU in one rack, GB300 in one rack, and the total, because one GPU server, you have two GPU there. So totally we have four GPU. That's totally 72. That's why we call NVL72.
Right.
So in the fully rack, you have 18 1U GB300 server. You have 8 NVIDIA SuperLink. So that's really kind of the density of today's rack. I believe the Vera Rubin will have the same configuration, exactly the same configuration, just more power. Now for one rack, the density for the power is 140 kilowatts.
Wow.
Right? If you think about it, like it's 10 years ago, right? One rack is like 20 to 30 kilowatts. Now it's 145, 540. For next generation Vera Rubin, if you guys have a chance to watch Jensen Huang's keynotes on at the CES, the Vera Rubin, the total power configuration will be 180 to 200.
Right.
Wow.
So imagine you deploy we call super pod, right? A super pod, which means like you have maybe like 16 racks with some storage and a switch. Normally like we call super pod is like a 3 to 5 megawatts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, that's going to be, tell you like a density and the power consumption, we need a whole data center. We're not even talking about the infrastructure, everything. We just talk about just IT.
Right.
Yeah. And how much space would that take up? Like
how much space? Great question. It's a 40U. It's like I don't say everybody have a refrigerator, right? Everybody have either you have a 2 door or just one door, just like that.
Yeah. So it's going to be the size of a refrigerator?
Yes.
Basically?
It's the size of your refrigerator. And consuming you 145 kilowatts.
And at the size of your refrigerator. Okay.
Yong, I've seen the megawatt.
Oh yeah. Yes.
It's insane. It's like we're at a megawatt in a rack. Like You're cooling your transmission power to the rack.
Yeah, for sure. That's interesting.
I think
So how much? So are we
Yeah.
gonna need? Are we gonna need like? So we're gonna need what? You can put it in somebody's garage. Like you can do like 5 megawatt data centers in somebody's garage, or like in their basement. Or I mean, are we back to that? No, right? You're
I
still
don't-
gonna have to have all the other. You have to have all the chillers and all the other equipment. So is this the gray space versus the white space? So like the gray space is 3x the white space now, basically, or what is it?
So the design of the design of the data center, sometimes we call AI data center, right? When I say AI data center, I'm talking more like a GPU
Yeah.
cluster, right? So essentially, beyond, because all those racks that if powered by GB300 or B300, they were liquid cooled, right? With all the pump, with the power, we have a CDU actually. Either you have an in-rack CDU or in-row CDU to power to kind of cool the rack, right? We don't have a fan inside the rack. We really use a CDU, in-rack CDU. Supermicro, we have a solution both in-rack CDU, which is at the bottom of the rack, or we have a in-row CDU, which is at the side of the aisle. So essentially, that's how we cool our rack. We cannot put it in your garage to do it. You don't have the cooling system. You don't have the power enough to run the system. By the way, we even don't mention with the LeadWorks, right? That's another thing. Imagine because we're talking about I don't know, SuperLink right here is like I believe we're talking about 1.6 gig. We're not talking about 400 gig. We're not talking 800 gig, no. Now we're talking 1.6, even 30, 2.2, 3.2, network.
Yeah.
That's another level. Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. Right. So when you have say you're doing these small edge deployments, like 5 megawatts or less, because you can fly under the radar. You can connect to the grid because it's small enough that they can manage it, whatever. But there's demand for that because people just need capacity, right? They just need to do AI somewhere, don't they? Like, and they'll just take like these smaller deployments. Isn't there a like blossoming market in that reason? Are you doing smaller deployments, Yang, or are you just doing the big hyperscaler stuff?
Actually, we do both. But you are right. Amy, actually, this is a great question because I do say a lot more customer come to Supermicro and say, hey, yes, Supermicro, we're going to have the GB300, but there's some company I'm working with today actually do a little bit more like I call edge computing.
Yeah.
Right. So they even call like an AI pod. They're basically going to build an AI pod, like you said. In average, it could be 3 to 4 megawatts.
Okay.
They build with a modular. They build with like I'm not sure you guys know. NVIDIA actually have this GPU, which is very powerful. Not as powerful as the GB300. They call RTX 6000.
Right.
If you guys heard about that, is GPU. Actually, they can do AI training, they can do AI work loading as well. But they're more, I would call performance and the cost is more, I would say, balance. Right? A lot of customer, you think about the school, university, and a hospital, they love to use this solution, right? So to really kind of run their AI model. So that's right. So overall, they have this like a 3 to 4 megawatts capacity, and they deploy it at the edge level. They deploy at the side level.
Yeah, for sure.
Amy, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I do have to jump, and I have another meeting to go do. But one thing I wanted to bring up is I don't know if you saw the Wall Street Journal Peter Huntsman article that came out today talking about CEOs need to step up because, everybody's, I'm getting, and I'm seeing a lot of activists looking at where I don't even publicize data center land for sale anymore because I had an email the other day from Go Blank Yourself that said, that was like, you're destroying the world for your own greed, blah, 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 and there all these activists are out there now. So he put a really good article out and he said, these CEOs and these companies need to stand up and say, look, we're building infrastructure for the 21st century economy. And this is part of the infrastructure. And we need to speak up about that because we're not destroying the world. This is actually, it's like when we invented electricity.
For sure.
And so, the activists coming out are, we just need to suppress that and push it back a little bit. And it was really interesting. So if anybody gets a chance, check out that piece. Peter Huntsman was the former Utah governor, I think.
Oh, yeah. No, that's very cool. Yeah, I know they do. I actually I'm posting something probably tomorrow on that very topic. There's a YouTuber out there who has like millions of subscribers, and he's like trashing data centers. And I'm like, dude, do you not know what makes your existence possible? It's a data center. The only reason they exist is because of people like you crazy person. Like, but just blatant misinformation. Like data centers are poisoning the water.
I get it all the time.
Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane that.
So if I were to jump in here, because Howard, this is a great topic. Actually, we can talk more in the future because this is something. Actually, we all in the data center industry. We know why this is important. We know how this works, right? We also believe like we are building this for, maybe I use the buzzword. We empower the world.
Yeah.
We really empower the world, right? Everybody using their apps, their application because they come back to data center. However, I think for the people who are outside the circle, they only say two things. One, you guys potential build some like thing which is consuming humongous power.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is resource energy. Our Mother Earth cannot handle that.
Yeah.
Right. They only say that. The second thing they say, they basically say you maybe build some pollution for the society.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But they never think about it, how much job opportunity we build for this country, or how much investment. Because by the way, even I'm from China, I came to US for, I'm citizen now. I say US infrastructure build generate a lot of economic booming for the country. Yeah. People don't aware of that. A lot of job, from technician. It's something it's our obligation to talk a little bit more.
Yeah.
Educating, local resident, even like some communities say, hey, actually, I encourage my kids.
Yeah.
You need to go to data center domain.
Yeah, exactly.
No, even locally, I'm in the Bay Area, I'm in Silicon Valley, and there's now residential real estate guys jumping on the TikTok bandwagon saying they're making your utility rates go up. We can't even build a data center in California. I'm like, you idiots. Come on,
no,
guys.
I know.
Are we going to unlive this?
Yeah, it's live.
I have to go, but I look forward to connecting with you again. Thanks, Amy. Happy anniversary for you.
Thank you.
See y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But but it's so true because we have this huge PR problem. Honestly, nobody in the data centers, Meta started commercials about it, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of misinformation because nobody really understands the industry. They don't get it. And so you don't really educate them because we're just too busy building data centers. Like we're just too busy, so nobody's really kind of standing up going, hey, you knuckleheads, this is completely wrong. And, and then all this other thing about, yes, are your residential rates going up? Sure. We have so much aging infrastructure that when they build new infrastructure, of course it's going to go up. That's what's happening. And it's not just data centers. It's the electrification of America. It's all this other stuff. It requires new infrastructure. And so it's definitely an interesting,
it is a PR challenge. I don't know, who should do that more.
Right.
I still remember the conversation, when, last year when I went to Yata, right?
Yeah.
So there's some guests to talk about, how, build data center today in Virginia actually cause a lot of challenge because the local community, don't buy in, and they think like, like the utility cost is high, or they even think, there's some like, I don't know, pollution, whatever, and
Right.
it take years to get a permit, right?
Mhm.
So I asked a lot of questions. I think it is our obligation, because we are in the industry here. It is
Yeah.
us to do more educated to our people who is not in the industry, right? So
Mhm.
because we build this all for our future, we build it for our AI application.
Yeah.
We build this for the make our life daily life, or even our grandson to really say, when they want to use the AI application, they have the infrastructure to use it.
Right.
And so, beyond that, we generated from the ecosystem, we generated the economic chain.
Right.
Imagine like one data center, this is 50 megawatts, 100 megawatts. How much will cost? It's like a 2 billion business. And, every company will benefit from this infrastructure bill.
Yeah.
And you're going to generate more job opportunities,
I know. It's
right?
like, yeah, we have a marketing problem in the
Yes.
industry, and it's insane because, yeah, not only that, like the ability, because you build more infrastructure, then
Mhm.
the ability for people to use AI it's like the next greatest wealth generation opportunity that we have sitting right in front of us. It's AI. It's using AI in really cool ways to help people, and you can
Mhm.
make money doing that, right? And
Yeah.
so, but we can't do that without the infrastructure. And if we
You
don't build
cannot
the
do that with infrastructure. I'm telling you, right? So you
yeah,
are so right, right? This is kind of my topic. I
yeah,
enjoy here. At the end of the day, when we say AI race, right? When I say AI race between Google, Microsoft, Meta,
hmm
oh, they will say, okay, I have a best algorithm. I got a best large language module, right? I got a faster, quicker, efficiency.
hmm
Do you know what they're actually talking about? They talk about is their AI infrastructure.
exactly. How much
That's
capacity do they
yeah.
have?
So like that's precisely they say, okay, you know why I'm faster? Because I built the most powerful AI infrastructure, right?
Exactly.
People don't understand what does it mean. It
No.
means that's why Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg,
hmm
Microsoft, Google, they understand, okay, if I want to win this AI race,
Yep.
I need to build a more powerful infrastructure
Yeah. No.
quicker
Faster. Yeah. That's why
and
Google
faster.
bought Intersect, because
Mhm.
Intersect was building the power infrastructure.
Yeah,
So Google was like, well, we gotta, this is the fast shortcut, right? They're building the power infrastructure. We can co-locate next to, we'll just buy them. So they're going to build it for
that's
us.
right. Yes.
Exactly. I mean,
So
seriously.
that's precisely how this works, right?
Yeah.
You ask a good question in the beginning of the podcast to say, hey, if I want to have the power, for next 2 years,
Yep.
do I still have a chance today? No, if you only start from today, you have no chance because there's a long waiting list there
Yeah.
already.
Exactly. And
Mm.
like for you, are y'all seeing, I mean, I would, if I were, I'm not the super micro CEO, but what I would be looking at or is, okay, I would just be checking the power utilities and seeing when they're having capacity come online. So that would be my demand cycle, right? Because
Yeah,
basically at the end of the day, that's what it is. So, but we're going to have so much capacity come online in 28, 29 and
yeah,
30.
yeah,
It's insane the amount of power capacity that's going to be there. And I would say 60 to 70% of that's data center requests, right?
yeah.
Y'all are going to be busy. Y'all are going to be like super busy cranking out servers. Just saying.
Yeah, we are busy like pretty much every day. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you are absolutely right, right? Our CEO just he's a very, very, brilliant guy, and also very hardworking CEO.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Yeah.
And I think he definitely spotted on the challenge as well. I mean, actually, Super Michael is working with some very big company to really drive that energy challenge or infrastructure challenge. Because end of the day, right? So if we cannot build the infrastructure, we cannot deploy our GPU racks in the data center. So, like I said, it is an ecosystem. There's no like one company just isolate themselves. Oh, I'm going to do everything by myself. So this is why we need a data center designer, builder, GC, infrastructure provider, and us as a system integrator on white space. You have a gray space. You have Vertiv, you have a Johnson Control, you have E10, you got a power. Everybody will have to be in the ecosystem, right? End of the day, you actually, our customer is the same.
Yeah.
Right. I'm talking about it like JAL. They may be host the Amazon. They may host the Microsoft. Microsoft are our customer too.
Yeah, of course. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's a big whole incestuous, like everybody's doing their part, because it's just, you have to do it that way because it's just such a huge task that's like sitting in front of us. Like no one person can do it all. And so you have to have partners that you're working with to kind of get stuff done. And everybody, that's kind of what I noticed about the industry, was everybody was like, sure, you can do that and we'll do this and we'll all make money and it's great. And let's just like move on with life and we'll figure it out and solve problems. Right. I think that's generally what's been happening. It's kind of an interesting thing. We've got a lot of comments.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think I'd love to chat with you on this more, but thank you very much to have me our game.
Yes.
And I wish you have a wonderful PDC in Hawaii.
Thank you. I will have it'll be fun. I'm totally looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. And yes, and it's our 1-year anniversary and many more years to come. Like this is going to be a fun show.
And congrats, you have a sponsorship now. This is great.
I know, it's great. So we'll announce that pretty soon. And yes, it's awesome. It's so great. Yes, I really enjoyed the show. All right, thanks for coming on.
No, thank you, and Happy New Year, and have a great time at Hawaii, PTC.
Thank you.
Right. Cheers.
Okay,
Cheers.
Bye. All right. So everyone, thanks for coming on the show, and we will see y'all next week.